Howdy, folks. Welcome back. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Here we are at 11/23 of 2022, Thanksgiving Eve. I probably won't do a video tomorrow, so that's why I'm doing Thanksgiving tonight. You can see we got the loop playing here. We had another CME, couple of little ones over here. Something going on in there. We'll go over that. And take a peek down here. There's nothing going on until that thing appears all the way out here. There was no CME. And if you look over on this side, you see this huge bright like flash coming off. Look how it disintegrates after that thing passes through it. So watch. Boom. See how much of it took away? And like I said in previous videos, these little spikes tend to point at incoming objects, almost like a compass points at a needle. These things have a magnetic field, and I believe that these things almost act like a compass needle pointing at an incoming magnetic field. And then this thing appears in the outer ring out here. Boom! It punctures an outer magnetic field or something right in here. And then all of a sudden it appears right here, boom, and moves out, okay? So there's several events going on. It looked like there was something right there. And then we got a couple, boom, boom, and then one in the middle there. So we're going to start going through this frame by frame here. And let's get to the beginning. So here we are at the beginning. Let me just roll this down a little bit. Okay, we'll start going through this a little bit, and here we are. Let's back up just a tad bit. Opening frame 0100 right here. We have an object coming out. The instrument's reacting to it. I'm just going to go ahead and start zooming in on this so we get a better view for you folks, okay? Oh, howdy folks. Welcome. Thanks for stopping in. Okay, so here's our object right here, our first object. It's causing some kind of, the instrument's reacting to it. And you can see it as it moves out. It has this little crescent shape to it right there. It's plasma going around this little field, or the object, as it moves out. Then we will focus on this next one coming out. And you can see we got some streaks coming here. There's something coming out. And then as we get closer, no, maybe not in that one. We're going a little bit further to the next one here. This is the one I want to focus on right here. Let's see. Here's an object right in here, and there was one right up there. Okay, so let me get a good frame. Well, let's back up a second to this one. We'll zoom in. So you can make out this lower object right here, okay? You can make out that there's one right there. And then I think it's this frame. Let me slide this over. Yeah, it was this frame. Here you can make out the black circular object very faintly, but it's there. If I scroll down like that, there we go. Now you guys can see a little bit better. Here's the upper one, and then I just showed you the lower one is right in here. Then as that progresses out, we have more. It appears to be one here. Whoops, right here. Boom, you can see this nice round shape of it right there. I'll even zoom in harder on that for you guys so you can see this a little bit better, what I'm talking about here. All right, there we go. Now the camera's picking it up. Right here is our object. Okay, and then as I pan back, we're going to go over to the red side. Hi, Vlad. Glad you joined, bud. Happy Thanksgiving. So as I pull out, you can see this object right here is this dark patch right there. And that was the thumbnail of this video, is this frame right here with this dark patch. And let's give it a try and see how well it'll come in on this side. Bear with me for just a second here. I don't want to blind the camera too much. But you can see we have our dark core right here, and then our magnetic field of plasma around it right here. And you can see how these are bending and going around as this thing emerges. So let me back up. Watch us how those spread out as that comes out. And that was the last frame right there. So they cut it off. They saw something too. right there, and then that was the last frame. And then right here, as we switch over to this side, over to here, is this object right there. So we covered that one, and then as I was looking closer, let's try one more time over here on the right side. See if this picks it up a little bit. Now, if I move this out of the way, whoops, bear with me for a second here. Don't know if the camera's going to capture it too well. Right after this one, out here is another dark circular patch right here. It's really hard to make out on this side, but it would be right in here, in between this red and blue line. It'd be right in there, in between this red and blue line, making this dent right here. So I believe that I know there's one right there, but there could be possibly something up there, because over on this side there's a dark patch there. So I believe that there might be two there too as well. Then as we proceed, okay, back to this. Okay, that was back to the beginning there. And now let's go focus on this one coming in down below here. Okay, there we go. We'll just fast forward. Now, you can see this is a nice bright streak. It's been there for a couple of days now, getting really strong. And here it is, nice and strong. And you can see it's this flow area right here. And there's no CME, it's just flow, until all of a sudden this object pops into that flow out here in this outer ring or magnetic field or whatever, and then passes on through. And then let's see, there was a shot of it right about there. Let's go zoom in on this just a tad bit more. Right here is our circular round object. You can see this plasma streaming past it, going back. Let's see if we go bing. There's a good shot right there. Let me adjust the color maybe. Can you see it there? Maybe we'll go a little bit more there. So here's that object that popped in and is now moving out right there. I'll back it up a few frames. Let me get this out of the way. Okay, backed it up. And you can see it wasn't a CME. There was no eruption right there. It's just that flow, and then all of a sudden this object pops into that stream of flow and passes through. Okay, so let me zoom back out again. And I'm going to put this back into motion, and I want you to watch the intensity of this stream after this object has passed through it and gone away. So let's start this up again. So see how intense and wide it is right there? Now after this object plops out of there, look how less intense it is. So it was obviously responding to that object coming in. That object grabbed a bunch of plasma and left it a lot weaker than it was before, indicating that that object is doing precisely what it looks like. It's taking plasma with it when it goes, because look how intense this beam is. Watch it again, and then boom, it really shrinks by at least half its intensity. One more time. Boom. So that this beam, whatever, probably a coronal hole with a bunch of stuff coming out, is actually reacting to an incoming object. Once it passes through this stream and takes some plasma with it, this spire or this spike starts to diminish. Okay, you can see it happening right there. We got this event going on over here. It looks like there's multiple objects in there. That one was there at the beginning. Something else going on over here. We got more inflow. More of this weird inflow coming in. So we got some bizarre behavior going on with our sun. Multiple objects. Multiple at a time. This has been multiple days in a row. A little while back we had a series of comets that were, you know, a little barrage of comets, and this activity had stopped. Now that the comets have stopped, now we're back to this activity again. So I just want to bring that to you. I'll be watching this instrument tomorrow, and if there is something big that happens, I'll bring you another report. But if not, you all have a good Thanksgiving. You know, now's the time. It's really important to be with your families. I think you can see the sense of urgency and how important it is to be with your families right now. We don't know, this could be our possible last Thanksgiving. So that's it for tonight. I love you guys. I miss all you. And until my next video, God bless you all, and bye.